Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the best Clair Obscur Expedition 33 mods. We got over 20 different mods here ranging from different quality of life, cosmetics, cheats, and console commands. I'll be breaking down all the best here, diving right into things first with the ClairObscurFix mod by Wintermans. What this does is it removes the 30 frame per second cap in cutscenes, which trust me, it looks nice. It also fixes any ultra wide issues and a lot more. It's underselling it there. It enables the developer console, which I think is one of the best things, reduces the force sharpening, so it makes the game look a whole lot better. But as mentioned, I love the console command because you can go in here, type FOV and something like 120 and completely change your field of view. This looks incredible in places like Flying Waters, which are already beautiful in the base game themselves. And on top of this, I've also disabled a lot of the different shadows and fog and different things that are appearing in the background. So you can use a variety of different console commands here to really enhance how you want to see the game. So if you want to have a much closer field of view, you can pop that right in like that. And yeah, you can see the character models in this game are very highly detailed. So this mod I think is incredible and very worthwhile downloading. And this mod is also really easy to download and install. If you want to see a video on how to install mods, maybe just let me know in the comments. But ClairObscurFix. After this, we also got ourselves the slightly better map menu mod. This is made by Kate's here, who's made a lot of mods. If you watch my Baldur's Gate 3 mods, you'll know Kate's. They're a legendary modder. This is really nice. What it does is when you're in the overworld here and you go into viewing your map, it makes it much more clear. As you can see here, the names of all the locations are right above the place that they're at. And a nice little benefit is in some of the other areas, it's maybe a little bit harder in the snowy areas to read some of these. So this opens things up, makes it a lot more clean. So if you're looking to get to someplace on the map quickly, you can just literally go into here and find it much quicker. I think that this is one of the more nice ones, especially if you're going to finish things off near the end of the game, because you can see exactly where each of these locations is, all the Gestral beaches, and it's great for just finishing up your completion and getting your 100% trophies. So yeah, the slightly better map menu mod here by Kate's. I recommend really any mod that Kate's puts out is going to be high quality. They make mods for a variety of different games, but things like their slightly better map, easier gradient jump, generous merchants, I would recommend any of these here. If something sounds interesting to you, like faster leveling, high quality. Now, I'll also touch on this optimized tweaks, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, reduce stutter, improve performance, lower latency, and better frame rates. If you're using one of these other mods, like I'm using the ClairObscurFix, you only really want to have one of these running at any specific time. This mod's made by VinGFX here, and this is just another one that's going to increase the overall performance. It doesn't fix things. If your device can't run Clair Obscur, this likely isn't going to be the thing that fixes it, but I still think that this is definitely worth the download. It's future-proofed as well, and that's one of the nice things I want to mention about this mod. So it's going to be compatible with future patches, and it's incompatible with other optimization, performance, and tweak mods, so don't combine them. Just a little heads up there. But overall, I think this is another really solid one, and people seem to also agree that this is very solid. So yeah, it helps enhance your overall frame rates. Next up, we got enhanced description, skills, pictos, and weapons. This mod's made by KimJSD here, and this one's going to actually make it a little bit more clear on what happens with different particular pictos and your skills. So it'll tell you that it deals like 10% more damage, or like here, it gives the correct values for like the teamwork. There's a couple different mods like this that'll actually apply and show things a little bit more clearly. So you can see there the default version of it. It just cleans things up and makes it make more sense, I guess. So like the default says double damage on Pierce there if the target's marked, 100% more damage on this one. So yeah, just cleans up the explanations on these. I'm also going to pair this one up with the better skill descriptions by Ruthless Grim. This kind of does something a little bit similar, but it shows some of the hidden values here. So like if you're using the rock slide and you have all the stains required, so the yellow, blue, and red stain, it multiplies the damage by 5. In the normal game, it doesn't really full out explain the actual modifiers. So this is nice. Mayhem has a 0.6 times modifier. Phantom Blade, every foretell stack will give 1.35 times the amount of damage. Stendhal, as ridiculous as it is, bet you didn't know it had a 25 time damage multiplier, and that's why it hits so extremely hard. That's not a glitch, that's correct. So yeah, you can see here on all the different attacks, the different damage multipliers. So it makes it much more clear when you're coming into the numbers side of things on how to, on what to pick. So this one's just going to make things a bit more clear, the enhanced descriptions, and then the better skill descriptions will show the hidden values of these. So I just want to pair both of these together. Now, another mod that I really enjoy using is the Clean Characters and Booty Effects Remover. So it removes bloody effects off your character. So you can see here if you get into a fight, I use this mod on my playthrough as well. And in fact, for some outfit mods like this one that I have here for Lifa, you do have to use that mod in order to make the textures appear properly, because if they get bloody, it just ends up looking really weird. So yeah, this mod will just make it so that if you're in a fight, I don't always love getting all bloody. Like, same thing in Baldur's Gate 3. Oftentimes I remove that with soap or something like that. And this game doesn't have that. If you're low in health, you just have blood all over you, and this will remove that. So it's pretty straightforward in what it does. I highly recommend this one. Just makes things look a little cleaner. Next up is the all cosmetics unlocked save. This is self-explanatory. It's a save game that's going to have all the different outfits unlocked. So if you want to play through it again and not have to worry about getting the bald hair for Gustave there, it's going to have all of these unlocked just from the start. And you can see there all the different outfits that each of these characters have. Might be worth checking out if you're looking to do another run and you want to just have all the outfits without having to worry about finding them and hunting them all down, because this game, I love different drips in video games. So yeah, this mod here by Just Adam will give you a save directly after the cutscene that allows you to begin the game with all cosmetics unlocked. Next up is the Alex Cyclo clothing shop. Alex sells all clothes in the Gestral village. No deluxe version though. Lengthy title, but what this does is if you don't want to just start the game with it, you can go to the Gestral village. Alex Cyclo here will have all stylish outfits for you available for sale. There is a little bit of lag that does occur with this, just a heads up. Dante Don't Mod is the creator of this, and basically it just adds the shopkeeper there, and it doesn't have all the deluxe edition. You have to buy the deluxe edition to get those outfits. Just a little heads up there. This will have all the purchasable in-game outfits purchasable at this location. And also on the topic of selling things, Grour sells more. So Grour is in Renoir's giraffes in the late game area in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. He will sell every picked Owen weapon at level 33. This is great for people that want to, go through and replay the game, or are at the end of the game and want to go into another experience and just have everything all maxed out. This is a cheat mod. They're not for everybody. You can see there, Grour does in fact sell more. This mod is also made by Dante Don't Mod, and I love the naming of their mods. Yeah, Grour sell more. Next up, Camera Field of View, World Field of View by Mr. Hunts. Now, I already showed that you can achieve that with the ClairObscurFix mod using their console command. This just makes it so you can change the field of view. I like using field of view. The default is around 90. Their vanilla plus on this is 95 field of view, and then you can move it to the center, extreme far center. So if you want to track it onto your character, it really just depends how you want the field of view to appear. I personally just like to use the ClairObscurFix and pop in whatever field of view that I feel like I want to play at the moment. You can get some really ridiculous ones if you go like 180 degrees. Yeah, that does look a little bit weird once you go that far, but a nice 110-ish I think works pretty well. You can see there the world opens up a little bit more, and if you wanted to go for like a little bit of a closer field of view, 80 I think is something a little bit decent. You can see there it's gets a little closer to the character, but you can still see whenever Lune does her little run with the boots back. But yeah, that I think is also another consideration if you didn't want to install the ClairObscurFix. It's just a standalone version of that. Field of view is really cool in this game, I must admit. They have some really nice graphical scenes. And next up, this is another cheat mod, but I think it's worth it. Gestral Race Double Time. The Gestral Beach, they're hard. We'll just admit it. And if you're a fan of the big combat in this game, you want to get the outfits without having to be a pro at just go up, this will save it for you. So this just ends up making it a little bit easier. As I mentioned, you can also get mods that include all clothing options. Another one similar to this is the beach volleyball more easy or ultra easy, 2 versions by Kant against 79 here. So there's different versions. This will reduce the amount of enemies in the beach volleyball. It is pretty hard on the hard mode, I will admit. That did take me a lot longer than some of the bosses. So yeah, this will end up just making it easier for you. And on the topic of easier mods, easier or harder dodge and parry by Kates. I think this is good for people that are doing, a second playthrough and want to make it even harder, because they have different ones here. So the vanilla settings has the dodge timing 0.35, 0.22, and 0.22. Parry. Slightly easier will give you 30% dodge window time. Easier will give you double the time. Even easier gives you triple the time. And disgustingly easy makes it so that you basically can't fail the QTE timing. So don't recommend doing that, to be honest. If you're going for something easier, slightly easier is probably a little bit better to play, just because this game does have a fun challenge to it. It's not brokenly challenging, but it's fun and it's worth playing it. But there's also things like the True Expert. This is with Expert mode actually harder than Expedition mode, unlike vanilla. And then the Giga Mech here, twice as hard an Expert, the True Baguette Spirit. So this makes the dodge and parry timings extremely tiny. Yeah, you can also find optimal slower QTE version in the optional files, which will change that timing for the manual attack QTE window. Whenever you're doing an attack, you have to press XX twice. installation, pretty easy. You just put it into the pack file, which, like most of these mods, this is just one for those that may want a little bit of an easier challenge in the game. And next up, this is a cool one. I don't have it installed because it does require something extra to have installed, but I think it's a cool concept, but that's why I want to show it in this video. This is the compass mod. So this adds an actual compass to the game. It's going to show off little landmarks, different paint bricks that you can punch open, and all different things for getting going against fights. So yeah, it has the chromatic creation there, points to the correct direction, shows the distance from there. It can show you where pictos are on the map. This is good for those that are looking to hunt down single thing in the game. At the end, by Paboy AFX here, adds just a compass to the middle of the map. This does require you to have the mod loader installed as well, though. The installation is a little bit different, but I think this is cool. It's a lot different than what we've also gotten here. On top of this, another one that I'm not personally using, but I know a lot of people love these. There is the Sciel Expedition 33 save editor by Infarctus. And what this does is a save editor. So you can give yourself pretty much anything you want. If you want to increase your health, go at it. If you want to give yourself the weapons and what level you want to set them at, go crazy. You can unlock SKA, break rocks, swim through coral, and unlock fly. So at the start of the game, you just give yourself the fly. You can find all the pictos, both the found and mastered versions, and which level you want them at. I think that's pretty interesting. You can choose the level. You can also apply giving yourself more health tanks and different upgrades. Pretty much anything, like the music discs, you can give yourself those. You can give yourself the expedition journals. You can teleport yourself to different locations using this. And you can save the friendly Neverons, so you don't have to fight them, and you can make them all alive, so that when you do that part of the game, you get the Luminas. Yeah, there's a lot. There's all the journals and etc. So there's a lot to the save editor. I know some people do like them, so I just want to include it on this list. Now, getting into some of my favorite cosmetics, the Tifa outfit for Lune. I am a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII, so yeah, I had to get this one. I think it looks actually pretty perfect on Lune here, so you can see this outfit, it feels suiting for her. Yeah, big fan of Tifa, big fan of Lune, so this is great. This mod's made by Deathclaw DC. And next up, we also got the Mask Keeper outfit for Verso by Dusty Mango 33. I also think that this one works really well in game because it's armor that's already there. It kind of fits Verso perfectly. Like, this looks great on him. So you got this nice stripped out piece of equipment on Verso based on the lore of the game. And the best part about this is it doesn't actually replace any of the important outfits. It replaces the Sakapatat outfit. So now we got this cool looking Mask Keeper outfit. I think this looks nice, so one included. It's a base game. It's part of the actual game itself, so I think that's pretty cool. And also, we got ourselves 2B Sciel by your boy Kuro. So this gives you the ability to make Sciel wear the 2B outfit, which I have shown off here. So yeah, I think this is another outfit that looks cool. There's one for each of the characters, so you can get one for Lune, you can get one for Sciel there, and what this does, it does have a bit of like a sticky, like you can see there, the skirt doesn't really have physics to it, but other parts of the outfit do have physics. I think it's a decent one. Nothing too intense of a outfit mod, and pretty cool overall. So yeah, that is the 2B Sciel mod. And also we got ourselves this one. I thought was funny. I didn't download it. I just want to show it because I thought this was funny. Gustave Keanu Reeves with facial animations that turns Gustave into Keanu. Funny. I don't know. It's a young Keanu. As a big Keanu fan, this gave me a hearty chuckle, so I have to show this one off just because I was amazed that someone was able to put something like this together. Yes, it does look pretty goofy, but hey, that's what modding's all about, right? So yeah, Gustave Keanu Reeves with facial animations by ALP Omega Level. And finally, I'm a big fan of Cyberpunk, so the Rogue sweater for Lune. This one you can't have at the same time as the Tifa one because they both override her main outfit. You can see there, this is the outfit that Rogue wears in Cyberpunk 2077, and it looks pretty good on Lune, to be honest. So yeah, so some more shots of that. I'm all for these different outfit mods. I think that they're fun, and that's what modding, again, is all about. So yeah, those are some of the best mods. I may do another updated video on this because there's a lot of mods for Clair Obscur, over 300 now available, and there's likely going to be a lot more as this fan base is growing, and the mods we've seen so far are just purely incredible. I'm a huge fan of all of these ones that I covered here, so let me know your favorite in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.